Quarters on the table, 20s on the floor. Ain't shit on the plate some more. And I love it. I got gangsters in the crowd. At the show, walked outside, guns hitting on foes. I love it. And I love it.
You know, the two people in my head, the ego and the real I am. I mean, I just surrendered. I just said I can't do it anymore, you know, and I went back to the Bible, you know, and I started reading again, and I'm either all the way in or all the way out with whatever I do. So if you're with me, there's no guesswork. If I'm with my Lord and Savior, I'm all the way in.
What message do you now convey at this stage of your life?
It's a spiritual war in this fallen world. To turn to the truth, seek Him and you shall find. To step outside their comfort zone and, you know, accept Christ, knowing that He would heal the land and heal this nation and heal the people. It just seems like such an easy choice for everyone. If you'll just surrender, accept Him as your Savior.
Road nose, brother.
Well, let me tell
you something, brother. When you walk in this beat shop, I'm surprised that you still got the shirt on, Jack.
Well, let me tell you something, Hulkster. The first time I met you, I was only 3 years old. Right now I'm 6 years old. So now we gotta take it to a bigger level, man. Just like when you press that no good stinking giant over your head and send them right through the canvas in front of 93,000 Hulkamaniacs. So what are they gonna do when the power of the Hulkster and the Roaster and the dual 24-inch pythons run wild on you?
Well, brother, as an entertainer, you want to sell tickets, and you really don't want to split your audience. You know, you don't want to say, I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican. You want all kind of people come to see you perform. I stayed silent for so long, it was killing me. I watched the border crash and burn. I watched the economy crash and burn. I watched Trump's family be compromised. I watched his business. I watched him try to put him in jail. I was silent and I hardly could hold my tongue. And then when they took that shot at him and tried to kill our leader, that was it for me, brother. I couldn't do it anymore. But that's why I stayed silent, because it was a business decision. It was a weak decision. It was a cowardly decision. But now that's over with, brother. I'm on the team.
Well, you know, when things were tough, you know, I realized that this too shall pass, you know, that this was just a temporary situation. I realized that, you know, as long as I made the right choice, you know, and followed my faith more than what people were saying, or what the newspapers or the tabloids were saying, and didn't get sucked into that. None of that stuff was real. The only thing that is really real is the stuff that's going to last forever. You know, your faith and your belief in God, and knowing that, you know, once you're a Christian, you've accepted Christ as your Savior. You know, you're not going to perish, but you're going to have everlasting life. That belief in itself and that faith is what's pretty much the only thing that's real to me, you know. Everything else is kind of like a life situation, but that's my life after life after life.